And welcome back to chapter, I think we're on 18 now? I checked yesterday. I didn't get to this yesterday, so all the videos I got to do today, I just bumped the what if to today as well. I believe this is chapter, despite it says 17 in my book, I'm actually one behind when I labeled it. So yeah, this is chapter 18 of the My Pokemon Academia, My Hero Pokemon What If crossover. Last time in the My Pokemon Academia crossover, Shoto Todoroki and Deku had a climactic battle with Deku coming out as the winner. Why did I make Deku the winner? Well, I actually felt in this case that it made more sense for his journey, for him to be the winner in this case. That's not to say Deku is going to win every single fight he ever has, but I think it just added up better. It just made more sense. So, with that being said, the fight ends with them shaking hands and Shoto thanking Midoriya, as he did. Midoriya, thank you. But ultimately, him coming out. But still, they shake hands and, respectfully go to the respected waiting areas. Bakugo is even more furious that Midoriya was able to beat Shoto, who was considered a prodigy. But at the same time, he's also like, I finally get a chance to show this little pipsqueak who's really the winner here. So, with that said, they go to a respective corners. The next fight is up. Kirishima versus Bakugo. I'm not going to really go into that. We're just going to catch the tail end that where Bakugo clearly beat Kirishima. Because that's what happened in the original as well. It's just that Bakugo's clearly the strongest one of the three of that group, Mina, him, and Kirishima, and he beat him in the original, so it just makes sense. Truth be told, if Midoriya had really wanted to beat Shoto, that's a weird thing, to go off a weird tangent real quick. If you really look at that fight between Todoroki and Midoriya, what Midoriya was trying to do was actually save Todoroki from himself, which he did. He encouraged him to be who he wanted to be, use his fire, all of that. But if he actually wanted to beat Todoroki, I actually think he would have, because Todoroki was holding himself back so much. His ice was just not, it just wasn't going to ultimately work against Midoriya, because Midoriya was willing to give it his all, and Todoroki wasn't. So, when you think about it, yeah, Midoriya really would have beaten Todoroki had Todoroki not gone all out. Think about that for a second. At least in my opinion, you would have. Maybe you think it differently. That's fine. But anyway, they go. Asui gives her boyfriend a kiss. And it's like, you did great. It's like, thanks, Sue. It's like, yeah, you did really good. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I guess you're going to be fighting either Bakugo or Kirishima. And yeah. And Midoriya's like, yeah, I know. And if I'm gonna be honest, I know. I'm pretty certain who it's gonna be. And he's looking at Bakugo as Bakugo and Kirishima are getting ready to have their battle. Bakugo shoots a look right at the stands right at Midoriya. Midoriya's not flinching. Well, he notices Bakugo because it gets a little wild, and then he just returns that stare right back. He's like, "You want my best, you son of a bitch. You're gonna get my best." Meanwhile, Shoto has that moment with Endeavor against. So you finally realized that this childish son of rejecting my legacy is foolish. You finally embraced who you really are. The perfect combination of our families, of our legacy's power, combined to the one true ultimate trainer. Yes, Shoto, this is your destiny. And then Shoto just looks at him. I didn't do it for you. Honestly, the fight was just going on, and I thought I just couldn't stop thinking about the fight or Mom and what Mom would have wanted me to do. If I'm gonna use my fire Pokemon, I'm gonna use it because out of respect for them and respect for Mom, not anything to do with you, old man. And he just walks off, and they're just like, and he's like, still rebelling as always, Shoto. Still, better you rebel and embrace your gifts and reject them. I'll have to send a thank you card to Midoriya, or whatever. He wasn't quite like that, but still. I'm playing around a little bit. I'm really just joking around when it comes to that. It's still pretty much the exact same scene you get in the actual series. It's just tailored to the Pokemon, that's all. Anyway, long long story short, as they having a little conversation, Midoriya gets ready for the weigh-in as Kirishima loses. And Bakugo just screams like, "Get down here, dweeb!" as he quickly heals his Pokemon. Well, I guess there won't be any wait till the final round. The final match is here. Katsuki Bakugo versus Itsuki Midoriya! By the by, if you haven't read the new chapter of My Hero Academia, oh God! That's all I'm going to say. Oh God! That's unfortunate by what happened there, but I mean, fun coming? We'll see what happens. I'm not going to, obviously, if you're not keeping up with it, just know the new chapter's out. I kind of just go by the manga. Like, I like to read the legitimate manga itself and try to catch up with in the English version. But again, I still want to keep up to date with what's going on, and I'll still get the manga so I can read it in my hand, because that's one of those. I'm a physical reader. Even though I like when Bleach and Naruto were still doing their thing, and I was going online every week and reading a new chapter, I'll admit I still prefer a physical copy in my hand. Again, I digress. So basically, the fight, they get ready for fight. Like, so this is it, dweeb. Yeah, dweeb. I'm finally gonna put you in your place for good. Midoriya, though, as we're looking at this, like, it's kind of a little deja vu, isn't it, Baku? What are you talking about, loser? It's like the first time we've always been at each other's throats. Always been at each other's throats, or should I say, you've always been at my throat just for existing. Like, so what is your? And Midoriya actually finally convinces him, what is your problem, Bakugo? All I've ever wanted to do is a Pokemon trainer. It doesn't matter about your lineage. It just matters about what you do and how much trust you put in your Pokemon and your team. But you've always gone in my case. So why do you have such a problem with me? And to which Bakugo's like, that right there's the problem. You think you can just do whatever you want. It doesn't matter lineage or whatever. You think you can just take whatever. Bakugo's ideology here is similar to, and again, Bakugo's wrong. But it's a little different where he was always put on. It's different and similar to that. He's put on a pedestal in the original series. He's put on the pedestal here. But again, in this world, they're like a lot, if not most, not all of them. A lot of the real high-class trainers came from lineages of high-class Pokemon trainers. It was continual growth of the lineage. Their families had raised Pokemon. Their families are great trainers. It's in my blood. I was destined to be a great trainer, but you just think you can come in here and steal that destiny. And Midoriya's just hearing this like, you really are that conceited, aren't you? Remember, this Midoriya isn't as passive as the original canon Midoriya. It's because, in the original version of the story, Midoriya was a non-superpowered individual in a world of superpowered individuals. So honestly, if Midoriya actually had a quirk, I don't think his personality, first off, his personality would not be the same, because he probably would actually have more confidence in himself. But the fact of the matter is, he was always degraded by his peers just for being quirkless, particularly Bakugo, who thought himself king shit. So, yeah, it's similar here, where Bakugo degraded Midoriya for not coming from any real trainer family or anything along those lines, but for thinking he could still be a great trainer. The difference here is that there's nothing that separates Midoriya from Bakugo except lineage of trainers. So Midoriya actually has the balls to stand up to him a bit more. And here he's like, you really think you're really that full of yourself, Bakugo? You really think you're better than everyone just because of how you were born? And Bakugo's like, enough talking. It's time for us to bury the hatchet on this. And Midoriya's like, you're right, Bakugo. It's time for us to finish this. Finish what we started in the oh god, what was that I named the town again? Give me 1 second. What I named the town? The town where they had that first match they had. I named it Wellgrove. What we started in Wellgrove Town. No, Wellgrove. I'm sorry, UA. They had the fight in UA. My bad. He's like, all right, you know the rules, kids. 3-on-3, the final match. Ready and begin. Voltorb, I choose you. Eevee, I choose you. And I don't think he's seen Midoriya's Eevee yet. So he's like, I caught an Eevee. Just because you were able to catch an Eevee doesn't mean you're better than me. It's like, enough Enough of that crap, Bakugo. Just fight. Fight. Quick attack, Eevee. Voltorb, Electro Ball. And the fight begins. Now, Eevee's able to rush past the Electro Ball, luckily, and tag Voltorb pretty hard. Unfortunately, Voltorbs have static, or at least some Voltorbs have static. Bakugo's does. And Eevee is immediately paralyzed. It's like you really think Voltorb could be taken? You might have hit Voltorb, but Voltorb's static means Eevee's not going to be moving around that much anymore. All right, Voltorb, roll out! And Voltorb goes into a rollout, which, until it misses, continues. Starts just tagging Eevee over and over. Eevee! It's like, Eevee, come on, you can do it, Eevee! And this is over. This is over, Midoriya. Voltorb's just going to roll over your Eevee. However, Eevee is able to manage a Swift, which does stop which doesn't hit Voltorb, unfortunately, because it normally doesn't miss. Unfortunately, Voltorb's moving around, and even though one does kind of hit it, the momentum is... I'm using Pokemon World logic, not the game logic, mind you, so keep that in mind. That's why not every attacker is going to hit. So the start does hurt Voltorb, but it doesn't stop Voltorb. But where the other stars go is like right in front of Voltorb, hitting the ground and causing basically a divot. And Voltorb, if you remember the episode with Miltank, where he actually fought Miltank in the Johto, Whitney, it basically caused him to go up in the air. Eevee, Shadow Ball! And then Shadow Ball comes out with it. There's Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball comes out, and then boom, smacks Voltorb right in the edge. Voltorb! And Voltorb just lands, spinning around and saying, Voltorb. No. Voltorb's unable to battle. The winner is Eevee! Yeah! Everyone cheers. You dweeb. You did all right. Here's the thing. I think I've made mention of this a few times, but just because of Bakugo's attitude, just because Bakugo has a certain attitude, it doesn't mean he's abusive towards his Pokemon. In fact, he does care about his team very much, and he does give them praise. He'll also, belittle them a little bit just because of that, but just for, reasons, because that's kind of who he is. But at the same time, you do what you need to, Voltorb. You paralyze that Eevee. It's gonna be an easy fight from here on out. Tyrant, go! Tyrant! So Tyrant comes out, large Tyrant. And the fight begins, but unfortunately Eevee can't move. Stop, Tyrant! Tyrant and just boom, smacks right into Eevee and just yeah. Well, that was brief. Eevee's unconscious. The winner is Tyrant. You did really well, Eevee. Thanks. Quit getting all melancholy, Deku. Send out your next Pokemon. All right, Hitmontop, I choose you. Boom, Hitmontop. So Hitmontop comes out, and the fight continues. So, and as you'll see, I'm reading verbatim off my script here. I pretty much done the battle out, so that's pretty much my script. Anyway, Hitmontop comes out and uses Fake Out, which immediately, unfortunately, Fake Out, even the games in the end, there's nothing you can do about Fake Out. So Tyrant, unfortunately, flinches. All right, now you Sucker Punch! And does land right as Tyrant uses Stealth Rock, and then Ancient Power. Now, an Ancient Power to attack Hitmontop. Hitmontop, use Triple Kick. Triple Kick comes, block, because if you actually look at it, and I'm showing how Ancient Power is portrayed in the game, and if I'm not mistaken, the anime, it's like 4 big rocks with fossils in them come out and attack. So, because it's Triple Kick, he blocks 3 of them, but one of them smacks right into Hitmontop. Fortunately, it being a rock-type move, it's not doing a huge amount of damage, but it still does some damage, and it's very possible for Tyrant to get the stat boost from that. Tyrant uses Stomp. Unfortunately, that does land, does land and causing Hitmontop to place. Hitmontop! Now bite! And bites on Hitmontop. A dark type move not doing a lot of damage on a fighting type. But with Tyrant's Strong Jaw ability, I believe that's the ability I gave it, because I believe Tyrant can have 2 different abilities. Tyrant has Strong Jaw. So any bite type moves are enhanced. Even though it's a dark type move, still doing damage. Hitmontop, however, it's keeping a hold of Hitmontop. Hitmontop uses Brick Break and hits right onto Tyrant 2 times. Like, he has to do it several times. Tyrant, fortunately being a dragon type, also is somewhat resistant to fighting. I think actually fighting is neutral to dragon, but either way, it gives it a bit more. It doesn't make Rock as weak for being hit with a fighting type move. So now they're squaring up. They're both now tired. Tyrant, stop! Him on top! Break! And they both kind of clash with each other, and they both just go down. Just top, right. It's a draw. They're both knocked out. Woo! What a match! And everyone's just cheering on. It's like, there's a return him on top. Return Tyrant. Turn him on top. And they're both now looking at each other like they know how this has to end. And they actually have a moment. And Midoriya says, like I said back at UA, it's like it started with this. It's going to end with this. And Baka's like, for once I'm agreeing with you, Deku. That's the way it was supposed to end. Let's do it. Let's do it. One last go. Kulava, go! Larvesta, go! Larvesta! I didn't actually bother turning Larvesta around this time. Just didn't feel like it. Larvesta! Kulava versus Larvesta! Let the fight begin! And Kulava starts off with Swift, with Larvesta going for Zen Headbutt. Plying through most of them, still taking some damage, but plying through most of them, and landing right on Kulava. Unfortunately, Kulava doubles down with Smokescream. And did I read that right? I just want to be sure I read that. Sorry, no, I misread my own writing on that. I misread the events. So he plows through the Swift with Zen Headbutt. He does get some damage, but he's about to hit the Kulava. Kulava uses Smokescreen, and this causes not only Larvesta's to miss, but also stop and look around a little bit. She's like, okay, Crushed Claw. Kulava comes in with Crushed Claw. Larvesta counters with Takedown. They both clash. Larvesta comes in with Flames Charge, lands Flame Charge, but Kulava comes in with Flame Wheel. They both clash again. Basically, now what's happening is they're both hitting each other multiple times and both taking damage from the attacks. Both square off again, but Larvesta is able to use another Zen Headbutt to survive Kulava, and this one lands and makes him flinch. Grabs on and uses Absorb. Starts to take a little bit of HP from Kulava to recover a little bit of his, but Howard Bakugo basically even yells like, oh no, not again, Kulava! Throw him off! And basically just throw him off. Lands a Crush Claw right on him. Both are now breathing heavily, and both are just now squaring off for that final attack. Kulava! Flame Charge! Flame Charge! Flame Wheel! Quill! Take down Kulava! Or Larvesta! And they both come, they clash, and there's just a big boom! Like the biggest boom of the day. And everyone's just like, dust clears. And now everyone's just waiting with breath. Who will emerge victorious? Will it be Kulava? Will it be Larvesta? Or will it be another tie? And once again, Smoke there, and they're both just standing there like you see in the Pokemon pose. Like she's like, okay, who's gonna drop first? Kulava's unable to battle! The winner is Larvesta! And Soka Midoriya wins! And Midoriya is ultimately the winner of the turn. It's like, I beat him. I won! We won! Larvesta, we won! I won! Oh my God, Larvesta, we won! And then Larvesta, even though he's tired as hell, he's chilling. Bakugo, meanwhile, is like, I lost to Deku. I can't believe I lost to Deku. And he's almost blind with rage, but he looks at Kulava. He's able to at least keep his temper and immediately go for his Pokemon. And he actually goes and actually picks up his Kulava. You tried your best. Kulava. He just got lucky. That's all it was. Just luck. Kulava. And Gakko, despite being angry, it's his starter, and he cares very much for this Pokemon. It's like, he gives him a pat. It's all right, man. It's all right. It's like, and we'll get you healed up. Don't worry. And he heals, and he returns the ball. Deku! And then Bakugo. And he just He looks at him, he's pissed. He is absolutely livid. But I'm only gonna say this once, Midoriya. You've gotten strong. But that just means next time we meet, I'm gonna put you through the ringer. This is the one victory you get. Enjoy it now. I'm not gonna be behind you any longer. So take this victory for what it's worth, because next time we meet, I'm gonna completely overwhelm you. And Ibaka storms off. I liken this to a combination of what happened at the sports festival, because Bakugo was angry that he won the way he did. But I wanted to give Midoriya a win because it's also a little bit of like what happened when they did their villain hero training simulation. Midoriya got the win on Bakugo. I mean, he didn't beat him in the fight, but he won the test. And Bakugo even acknowledged that he beat him. So enjoy the win basically while you got it. And Midoriya's kind of just giving him a nod. And for what it's worth, Bakugo, at least as limited as he is, shows him a little bit of respect. Just like, and he walks off. And, Midoriya's the winner. Woo! And the winners are basically announced by Fat Gum, the village gym leader, or the town gym leader. And so, all right. So, third place. Now we announce the winners. Just as before, everyone who participated prior gets a rare candy. Or who didn't make it to the... How many spots did I give? More than one rare candy to? Third, I believe. All the runners-up get one rare candy. The third place, though, gets... how many again did I do? I believe it's 2 rare candies for second or third. So for Kirishima, oddly enough. Oh, sweet. Bakugo gets 5 rare candies. And Bakugo, despite not liking the rewards, is like, okay, they're rare candies. I gotta take the rare candies. They get medals too. It's like, I don't want the stupid medals. Just give me the candies. And Bakugo, and the winner is Zuko Midoriya. You get this great medal and 10 rare candies. Make good use of them. It's like, wow. And Midoriya's just like, wow, I really gotta think of who to give me all these rare candies to. But wait, I only have 4 members on the team right now. And he suddenly goes in this, and some of them need to level up more than others. But then again, if I were to put them all into one, I would have a super powerhouse Pokemon. And it's like, Midoriya, maybe you should just, take it easy. Right, you're right. Maybe I should save and hold off for this until I get till I battle Fat Gum. It's like, that's right. You're going to be. I haven't battled you yet. I assume you're a Pokemon trainer. Well, I'll always be at the gym when you need me. Can't wait to battle you, young man. But that being said, everyone's like, yeah, woo, this is awesome. And Shinso's like, it's not over yet. What do you mean? And say, they always have a festival after these things. We should celebrate for a night, and then tomorrow we can try taking on the gym. It's like, that's a great idea. I'm down. And it's like, besides, we haven't really had a date yet, Midoriya. It's like, that's right, so we haven't. Don't worry. Don't worry, Shinso, you can definitely come with us, absolutely. I don't want to be the third. You're not don't worry. I'm sure we can find someone for you someday. And Ida and Ochaku are there. They are Ochaku's and Omaya or Ioya. Oh God. The prissy guy. I can't stop sparkling, or can't stop sparkling is I can't remember his name. Oaya. 1 second. My Hero Academia. Can't stop sparkling. It can't stop twinkling. I always forget. I always miss. Okay, you go Aoyama. Yeah. Sorry, he's there too. So yeah, if things are getting a bit more personal with them, intimate, if you will, more lovey-dovey, then he'll just kind of like go and hang out with them. So that's that. But Ida's a little off-put because he got an unfortunate call. What was that call? Well, if you know the original series, or you know the series, you know what that call was. His brother had been hurt by the trainer. I'm not going to say he's Stain's a trainer killer, per se. But the trainer, we'll call him a trainer ender right now. He's not a killer in this one, per se. He injures people and brutalizes them, no doubt about it. Pokemon and person alike. But I don't know if I'd go so far as a killer in this world. Anyway, though, that is for another time. That is for next week's. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know if the review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superior Magic, what if, anything to do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well, because that at some point. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Got a few other videos I got to do today, so keep your eyes up for those. Later.